Kill Devil. This one is 65% alcohol, guys, so really strong. Looking forward to tasting this one. Hey rum lovers, tonight we're at Pandy Beach House in Grenada, which is one of the island's hidden gems, and of course we're going to be tasting Ron Beard Rum. We arrived at Pandy Beach House just in time for one of Grenada's spectacular sunsets. As the sky lit up with shades of orange, pink and gold, it quickly became clear why this hidden gem has become such a popular destination for both locals and visitors alike. With the sun dipping below the horizon, there was only one thing left to do: head straight to the bar. First up were a couple of their signature Pandy Punch cocktails, the perfect way to settle into the evening while taking in the incredible beachfront setting. But the real experience was still to come. Known as 12 Shots of Paradise, Pandy Beach House's infamous tasting board showcases 12 different expressions from the Ron Beard Rum range, taking you on a journey through the unique flavours of Grenada, from local fruits and spices to some truly unexpected combinations. Every glass tells a different story about the island. To learn more about the people behind both the bar and the rum, we sat down with one half of the team behind it all, Roxanne. Together with her partner, Mr. Ron Beard himself, Roxanne helped create Ron Beard Rum, with a vision of bottling the flavours, culture and the spirit of Grenada. We really want to speak to the people behind the bottles so that we can understand the liquid within the bottles. Speaking with Roxanne was invaluable. We were able to get a first-hand insight about why the brand was started, why Pandy Beach House came about, and why they chose that location. And I'm really excited for you guys to really understand what it is that Ron Beard and Pandy Beach House are doing, so that you can get yourselves down there and get yourselves involved, guys.
So my name is Roxanne Bennett. I'll rewind a bit actually. So me and my partner Ron Beard started Ron Beard Rum back in 2021. So me and him met during COVID here in Grenada. I'm originally from the UK, he's originally from Trinidad, and he has families from Grenada as well. So we started the rum company back in 2021. We started with different infusions. So we focus on rum liqueurs. There was an abundance of fruit wasting on the island. You would drive by, there's mangoes on the floor, soursop on the floor. And then he was like, what the hell? So he was infusing them in rum.
Okay.
And so when I met him, he was experimenting with all these different flavors. And then when we met, pretty quickly, we were like, let's make this a business. So slowly we built out the flavors. Some flavors that we originally had, we don't have. Like we used to have passion fruit. We used to have guava and lemongrass, but passion fruit was really hard to come by. And so guava is seasonal as well. So some of them we experimented with, people like, but we took off to be consistent. And even some of the fruits and flavors that we have now, like soursop is seasonal. But we also have some flavors that, you can get all year round. So fast forward to now, 2026, we opened here, the Pandy Beach House. So we was actually renting in this spot for years. And all of this was just bush. It was mango tree, breadfruit tree. And so we opened here like very softly in November of last year as a venue to showcase our rum liqueurs, and make cocktails that are solely based on our rum. And also the tasting boards. I haven't seen this before.
I haven't seen this before.
It's very unique. It's very Pandy Beach House. It showcases 9 of our liqueurs and 3 of our rums. We actually have 2 additional ones that aren't actually on the board. So we have a Pandy Beach Reserve, which is our top shelf rum, with rums aged up to 15 years. And then we also have a Village Rum rum, which has beetroot rind, it has ginger. It's almost like a tonic. It's really good for the body, and we sweeten it with honey instead of sugar.
Kill Devil. Kill Devil is an overproof blend of barrel dark rum, again produced in Grenada, and this one is 65% alcohol, guys, so really strong. Looking forward to tasting this one. So Pandy Beach House was always going to be included in this Grenada series for us. We first discovered Pandy Beach House while exploring on YouTube just to find places to go. And we came across a really interesting interview where somebody had interviewed the guys that own Pandy Beach House. And then we saw that they do their own rum. So we obviously said we have to go there. This for us, whilst we were looking into the historical content of rum and how rum has shaped Grenada and Grenada has shaped the rum industry, we also wanted to include modern stories. A lot of those stories are very historical, and as you'll see as we go through the series, there is so much history ingrained into Grenadian rum. This, however, is a modern take on Grenadian rum.
So originally we used to source on island when we started the company, but now we outsource, so we actually import the rum, the base rum, from the Dominican Republic.
Okay.
The only reason we decided for the Dominican Republic is we like that rum. Me and my partner, like, that's the rum that we like and we enjoyed, so we now import from there. But we do micro distill, so we have a very small, like, it's like electric micro still. Mm-hmm. So we do small batches and we put that into the rum. Obviously, because we're new, we don't have aged rum, but we do add that Grenadian distilled rum into the aged rum to blend it for the taste that we want. Mm-hmm. That's what we infuse the fruits with. And we leave the fruit soaking for about 2 to 3 months, depending on the fruit that we use. Okay. But we also have just brought in our own still as well. So we will be increasing the volumes that we do distill here on island. Grenada or Pandy?
Pandy.
So yeah, we was renting here. So Ronnie and I were renting here for years, just literally up there. We live there still. Okay. And then all of this land in front, the property became available and we were like, why not? Mm-hmm. So we live up there and then we excavated the land. So it goes all the way down to the beach. It's a property that we have and we excavated it all back and we're just doing it bit by bit. You know,
so there's plans for growth?
There's definitely plans for growth. We actually want to put a boardwalk out here so you can walk out and you can have your cabanas and things out there as well, overlooking the ocean. But you know, everything takes time. And for now, we're happy with what we have, but we're constantly growing and we have the food huts as well. So yeah.
Yes. Rum liqueur. So on the board we have, on the menu we have 12 shots of rum.
Okay.
And 12 shots.
Okay.
So you have 9 rum liqueurs and 1 is
nice. What also stood out to us was just how thought about everything was. They had these little coasters on the table, which were all branded with Ron Beard Rum. But these coasters were made out of like small pieces, really small pieces of wood. And I'll put a little shot in of them. But everything down to the final details. They've really thought about everything. So you have a really nice table set up. The way that the tables are set up so that you have that uninterrupted view of the sunset. The bar, the way that it's laid out so that you're able to see all of the Ron Beard Rum offering. It's something that's really quite unique. You don't get many bars that also produce their own rum. And so the branding for Ron Beard Rum is all around the venue. Pandy Beach House branding is all around the venue, so you definitely know where you are and you know what you're drinking. But also, it's just, like I say, that really, really chill vibe. And we really enjoyed our time here. We really enjoyed our chat with Roxanne and learning about what it is that they have planned for the future, as well as kind of how they came about.
Luckily, Ronnie's an architect. So by day he's an architect, in the night he's a rum maker. So that was all on him, basically how we wanted to do it. Our original vision was so different to what it is now. We was looking at shipping containers and bringing in shipping containers and stacking them up, and he had this beautiful design.
Like a container park.
Stacked on glass. And then we looked at our budget, we were like, let's be realistic. So this is realistically what we can do right now. We just acquired the property, so that was its own expense. So this is just, bit by bit what we can do. But we're happy with it. We're truly trying to make it like a serene...
Yeah, I think what you've done with it is brilliant.
Thank you.
It's a nice space.
Chilled atmosphere. Yeah,
Chill.
Yeah, it's very enchanting.
Nice.
In a way.
Okay, good. I'm glad. That's what we wanted, just to chill. Like, we only play like chill lounge music as well. It's not really like a hype spot.
Yeah.
It's chill, watch the sunset, take in the breeze, and then we've planted lots of lemongrass around as well, just to make it feel really green.
And then when we got to the venue, I mean, we were kind of blown away. The venue itself and what they have done with the space is really, really incredible to see. Having been to the island previously, we hadn't heard of Pandy Beach. Pandy Beach is a beach for locals. It's not your white sand beach that you're going to get at Grandance, but it is a hidden gem on the island. It's a chill spot. It's a place people go and wash their cars, and it's just part of island life.
It's literally so local, so Grenadian. Don't get me wrong, like, this isn't the golden sand beach that you're going to find at Grandance.
Yeah.
It's completely different. It is more coral, it's more rock when you walk in. But this is so Grenadian. Like,
It's culture.
it is so culture. Everybody knows Pandy Beach. That's also why we kept the name Pandy Beach House. So no matter where you're from in Grenada, if we say Pandy, they're gonna know where it is. They're gonna be like, oh yeah, just down there by the traffic lights, down at Pandy Beach. It has a history. And we wanted to be true to that and keep that name, so we called it Pandy Beach House, so people know, oh, I'm coming down to Pandy. And so yeah, it's not a golden sand beach, but if you come down on a Sunday, there's locals cooking, and it's just a vibe, it's culture, and it's community, and it's neighborhood as well. Everyone's using the beach, they're cooking, and they're washing cars down here.
And everybody knows everyone.
Everybody knows everyone. It's like community spirit. I love it here. I love Pandy.
For us, what makes Pandy Beach House different to some of the other beach bars that we've visited on the island is the fact that it is kind of a grassroots space. And when I say grassroots, I mean from grass to pour. So they create the rums. Ron Beard is a really big part of the Pandy Beach House space. And in making those rums, they know everything about the product that they're selling.
From Ronnie, so from my partner, when I met him for years, so he's a big rum drinker, huge rum drinker. When I met him, he had always, like years ago, wanted to make his own rum. I don't know if he wanted to have a rum company, but he wanted to make his own rum. So he already had the logo and everything. And that was the logo we had originally. So it's him, it's completely his idea. And then we came together, and then, his ideas, his vision, my expertise as well, and we blended it together and formed the company, and we each have our own strengths.
You're never going to see these flavours elsewhere. So banana and nutmeg, cocoa and cinnamon, and that I believe is made with real cocoa balls, which are made on the island. Pineapple, ginger and moringa. Now this one sounds a little bit like a cough medicine, but I guarantee you it doesn't taste like one. Coffee bean and vanilla, and another soursop and sea moss. Yeah, you don't get these flavours every day. You don't get these flavours elsewhere. These are real expressions of Grenada in a bottle.
If you've never tried Ron Beard Rum before, you'd have to come here to Pandy. You have to try the 12 shots of paradise. It is very social, so you can have a board to yourself or you can share. It's a conversational piece. Imagine you're here at a table of four, all four friends, you're tasting a flavour, you're sipping it. What's your favourite? What's yours? Which one don't you like? It's fun. And it's very guided as well. So we give you the tasting notes that complement the board. And a lot of people say, oh, I don't drink rum, or they think it's going to be strong, but it's really not. So like number one is the lightest. It's a banana and nutmeg rum. It's like 20% ABV. It's light and it's sweet and it's smooth. People taste it and are like, whoa. They're not expecting it to taste so smooth and delicious. So definitely the tasting board.
Okay. So let's talk 12 Shots of Paradise. This is what brought me here. I'm not gonna lie, this is what brought me to Pandy Beach House. This is the infamous tasting board where you get to taste 12 different expressions from the Ron Beard Rum range. There is liqueurs as well as rums on the board, and it's presented on a nice wooden board that each shot glass kind of slots into. It's definitely been custom made, has all Ron Beard branding on it, and it's presented to you really, really nicely on this board that sits in the middle of the table. Now, you could have one of these yourself, or you could do it as a group tasting. So we did a group tasting. I was not going to finish 12 shots of rum by myself and walk out of that place. I didn't really have any expectations going into the tasting. It's great because it's a self-led tasting. You're given tasting notes and notes on the nose on a sheet so that you can kind of guide yourself through the tasting. So you can read about what is in the rum, you can read about the notes on the nose, as well as the notes on the palate. Now, for us, there were none that I would say I didn't like, but there's one that I don't even really know how to pronounce it. I don't know whether we've got it here. We don't have it because I asked not to have it. But Boys Band, it is, and I'm definitely not pronouncing that in the correct way. B-O-I-S, that's one word, B-A-N-D-E. It is a bark from the cinnamon family. And it's got a very strong, unique taste. I mentioned in a couple of different places on the island that I believe it tastes like old man's perfume. So you know that Old Spice, that's what it smells like to me. That's what I believe Old Spice would taste like, and probably what old men smell and taste like. Not that you want to be doing that. That was the only expression on the board that I felt like I didn't really like, and I think it's called Stallion Boys Band. Favourite expression, and I hope that this one stays forever, because again, like we were saying earlier, this stuff is seasonal, because we're talking about fruit infusions here, and fruit is seasonal. So this one, hands down, soursop and sea moss, my favourite expression from the board. You also then had Kill Devil, which we've got here, which is not a liqueur. So the soursop and sea moss is a liqueur, but the Kill Devil is the 65% overproof rum. And when you hear 65%, guys, you're thinking, oh my gosh, that's going to be so harsh. It's not. It's not. It's smooth and it's tasty, and you get those lovely tropical tasting notes in there because it's a tropical rum. We're able to do it at our own pace. We are now poised to not finish every drink that is given to us, and so we were really tasting, really talking about the different notes that we were tasting within each expression, and it was just a really nice conversation starter. A really nice time for us to spend together, kind of getting to know the brand, getting to know what all of their expressions are. And I don't think I've ever been to a bar that produces its own rum and then gives you the opportunity to taste all of them. So there are two of the rums that are not, two rums made by Ron Beard that are not on the tasting board. However, they are available for you to try. So yeah, you're able to go through the entire range and see what it is that you like, see what it is that you don't like, and then again, like I say, you can walk away with the expressions that you find that you love on the day. Okay guys, so we are going to be doing the 12 Shots of Paradise just now, and we're starting with number 1, which is 44 proof, and this is a banana and nutmeg, a ripe flavour of banana, reminiscent of vanilla, and honey with warm spice notes of nutmeg. So Let's go with number 1, banana and nutmeg, 22% alcohol, 44 proof. Smells lovely. Tasting our way through the 12 shots of paradise was really like taking a journey across the island of Grenada. A lot of people don't like rum, but I guarantee if you were to go to Pandy Beach House and do the 12 shots of paradise tasting, that you're going to find an expression that you really like.
Definitely the sour and sea moss. I have never seen a sour and sea moss rum liqueur ever, or even heard of it.
Yeah, I've never heard of anything like that.
It's completely unique. It's completely Grenadian. So the soursop is growing here. We're using the sea moss, and we just leave it soaking in the rum. The rum extracts all of the nutrients and the benefits from these fruits, and it's smooth. The way we created the rum liqueurs is to be sipped neat or on ice. It doesn't need anything else. Its own flavor is just enough with the ice. So I would definitely say the soursop and sea moss, and then 2 more. I would say the banana and nutmeg, Grenada.
Nutmeg.
You can't not have nutmeg in Grenada. That one's also smooth and it's also very easy to drink. And then the last one is a cocoa and cinnamon. It is the strongest of the liqueur, so it's 40% ABV, so 80 proof. But you would never know it. So if you sip that one and then you sip the rum after, which you do on the board, they're the same alcohol content, but the liqueur is just smooth. And it has the handcrafted cocoa balls that are made on island.
Nice.
So we source them from a local vendor who makes them with all the spices in there, and that taste, it's almost like an adult cocoa tea.
Nice. Soursop and sea moss. Have you ever seen this, guys? This is a real reflection of Grenada and the local produce that they have on the island. So a soursop and sea moss infused rum by Ron Beard Rum, and this one sits at 27% ABV. The most interesting thing that we were able to learn from the interview with Roxanne was just how sustainable a brand Ron Beard Rum is. This brand saves fruit. It saves fruit waste. So if you have ever been to Grenada before, you will know that fruit is bountiful on the island. You can walk down the street, pick a mango off the tree, you'll see mangoes on the floor, you'll see things like breadfruit, loads of different fruits available. This is the spice aisle. So much so that fruit is falling from trees. The fruit is falling from trees and it's being wasted unless somebody comes and picks it up. It's not going to a supermarket. It's not going to be bought by anyone. This is Caribbean living. I don't know whether sustainability was at the heart of what they were doing, but it really produces some really delicious rum.
Something different. We really want anyone that comes to Pandy Beach House to have an experience. Not just, oh, I'm going to a bar, oh, I'm going here. No, we want you to step in and feel the experience of Pandy Beach House. We want you to enjoy the service in a really chilled atmosphere and sip on a really nice craft cocktail. We spend a lot of time designing the menu and infusing our rums into it to be really smooth. Like the cocktails are not really going to be harsh, you're not going to get that burn, you're just going to sip and enjoy. So yeah, an experience is what we want to have at Pandy Beach House.
Own rum,
Yes.
own rum liqueur. So on the board we have, on the menu we have 12 shots of fries.
Okay.
So you get a board with a full 12 shots.
Okay.
So you have 9 rum liqueurs, the more on the sweeter side, basically rum with local fruits. We have
Nice.
3 straight rums.
Okay.
We also have 2 rums that are not on our menu, Pandy Reserve and Village Rum.
Okay.
I would say either the Spice Island Mocha, so that combines our coffee bean and vanilla and our cocoa and cinnamon rums, and coconut milk. So it's smooth, it's chocolatey, which obviously Grenada chocolate producers, and we top it with Belmont Estate chocolate as well, grated chocolate on there. It's smooth and enjoyable. And then also I would say run through the cocktail menu. I don't want to say this one because it's too cliche to say rum punch.
Go ahead if that is.
I would probably also say the soursop breeze. It's a really lighter cocktail as well. It's creamy, but it's not too strong. But we also have some really nice mocktails as well. It's really important that we have the drinks on there that don't include alcohol because everyone should feel included.
Yeah.
And the mocktails is also our focus as well.
Okay. We had a Pandy punch, which is their take on a rum punch. And typical of us, that's what we're going to go for. When you give me a cocktail menu with loads and loads of different ingredients, I'm probably always going to go for the rum punch. And I'm going to compare, obviously, to other places that we've been.
Sure, I would say we're a hidden gem. We're literally in the heart of St. George's of Grenada, but we're literally tucked away. So when you come down to Pandy Beach House, we are a hidden gem. Second, I would say authentic. We are authentically Grenadian. Everything is made on island here in Grenada using Grenada's resources, fruits, spices. Everything is Grenadian. And then the third one I would say is memorable. The tasting boards, the 12 shots of paradise, I have not seen anywhere else. I have traveled a lot around the world and this is completely unique. It is an experience that you need to have with yourself, with your friends, with your colleagues. 12 shots of paradise.
We are about to sample the 12 shots of paradise, but I had to show you these bottles, guys. So, Ron Beard Rum. This one is called Sky Red, and it's the classic blend of lightly aged rum produced in Grenada. 40% alcohol, 80% proof. So we are at Pandy Beach Bar and we are about to sample the 12 shots of paradise, but I had to show you these bottles, guys. So Ron Beard Rum, this one is called Sky Red, and it's the classic blend of lightly aged rum produced in Grenada. 40% alcohol, 80% proof. Then we have Kill Devil. Kill Devil is an overproof blend of barrel dark rum, again produced in Grenada, and this one is 65% alcohol, guys, so really strong. Looking forward to tasting this one. Then we have another very interesting bottle here, Soursop and Sea Moss. Have you ever seen this, guys? This is a real reflection of Grenada and the local produce that they have on the island. So a Soursop and Sea Moss infused rum by Ron Beard Rum, and this one sits at 27% ABV. Let's go with number one, banana and nutmeg, 22% alcohol, 44 proof. One's really smooth. The banana comes through really nicely, and then you get that nutmeg at the end and a touch of honey. Like there's a honey note at the end that stays on your tongue. Like that one. So going into number two. Number two is 48 proof, 24% alcohol, and this one is a mango infused rum. I really do like mango. It's mango season in the Caribbean, in Grenada right now. So let's go ahead with number two. Can't really see. Oh no, you can. You can definitely taste that it's getting stronger. The mango in that one is nice and subtle. Doesn't taste artificial at all. That actually tastes like real fruit.
Yeah.
With a lot of flavoured rums, you get that artificial kind of chemically taste, but We're in the island of Grenada, guys. Mangoes are falling from the trees and it is mango season, so of course this stuff is going to taste like the real stuff. Number 3, soursop and sea moss. Doesn't really smell like anything. Okay, I'll let you taste it first before I give my opinion, but that is delicious. Again, there's no chemical flavour, there's no artificial flavour. That tastes like a soursop that fell off the tree yesterday.
Very Grenadian, yeah.
Very Grenadian.
Colour?
I don't think sea moss is something I've ever heard of being infused in
Not at all.
any alcoholic drink
yeah,
at all.
Yeah.
So really, really original there. But so far, out of 1, 2, and 3, I'd say 3 is my favourite.
3.
Then we have number 4, pineapple, ginger, and moringa. Again, flavours that we don't really see in rum. But Ron Beard are all about infusing into rum and infusing real fruits and real flavours into rum. So pineapple, ginger and moringa is number 4.
I appreciate it. Have a good evening.
Thoughts?
As soon as it touches your lips, you can taste the ginger straight away. But it's not overpowering.
It's not harsh.
Yeah.
It's nice ginger.
It seems to infuse
backbone flavour.
Yeah.
So when we arrived back in the UK, unfortunately, we found that we had lost some footage. And some of that footage was in relation to our visit at Pandy Beach House. Now, we've tried to put together as much of what we have so that you can really get a feel for what Pandy Beach House and Ron Beard Rum have to offer. But I'm telling you, I could have cried. Luckily, we didn't lose the interview. We lost the sunset shot, and that's why you don't see the time lapse of the sunset in this episode. We lost some detail shots that we had done, but the bulk of our interview with Roxanne, thank goodness, was recorded on a different camera, and we were able to put what we have together to create this episode. I won't lie, the lost footage hasn't really changed how this episode has come together. We always wanted to interview the people behind the bottle and behind the venue. We're able to show you that. We wanted to showcase the Ron Beard Rum range, and we're able to do that. And if you guys want to know more about what an experience at Pandy Beach House is like, then I think you need to get yourself over there. If you're not in Grenada, then plan a visit to the island. You'll see from this series that the island of Grenada is a beautiful island. The island of Grenada produces some of the best rums in the world. The island of Grenada is full of history. And yeah, you need to make this a priority if you're going to visit the island of Grenada. This venue, what they have to offer, it's something that you're not going to experience anywhere else. It's something that, as a well-travelled person, I've never experienced anywhere else. And I'd love for people to go and enjoy the island of Grenada, but also go and enjoy what Grenada has to offer, and Pandy Beach House definitely has to be included in that lineup. So if you guys want to learn more about Pandy Pandy Beach House and Ron Beard Rum, head over to Instagram, type in Pandy Beach House and follow them, type in Ron Beard Rum and follow them, and then also take yourself over to Ron Beard Rum